for the sea creatures, obviously, that we've spoken about, and that originally it was almost biblical, because a lot of folks were talking about this, but it really didn't truly catch on until, God help them, those whales washed ashore and those dolphins washed ashore, and then people realized that something was wrong. And by the way, don't let Bohm, Noah, or Orsted or Atlantic Shores tell any of you, oh, that has one has nothing to do with the other.
Yeah.
They're just all of a sudden bumping into boats. Well, if they are bumping into boats, it's because they can't hear right because of all the And don't let them tell you it was coincidental. Don't let them tell you it happened by accident, that it has nothing to do when they started their testing and their work under the ocean. It is not coincidental, it's for real. So think about what this is going to be like. And it is the industrialization of our ocean and of our shore. And what's it going to be like? Eventually, thousands and thousands of these windmills. Eventually, no fishing. In UK and other areas in Europe, check it out, it's all fake. You can fact check every single thing I say. They've stopped fishing in most of the areas. They can't fish there anymore. We're going to destroy our fishing industry. We're going to hurt our tourism industry. We're going to hurt our real estate industry. We are going to make it so difficult for all the businesses that have always survived to go into the future and continuing what we have. Besides, which we know already so obvious to us, the environmental issues. It's important that when you explain this to people, that you only don't just discuss the fact that we are ruining our wildlife and our ocean. That is important. But it's also important that you explain to them that it represents jobs. And you know, I thought it was so arrogant. Orsted is a very arrogant corporation that is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. All our energy was, not all, much of our energy will be controlled by foreign countries. That's an issue that people have to know. Again, our tourism is going to get hurt. They estimate, just in Cape May County alone, not my estimate. It's Orsted who said this. They said it's not going to be that big a deal. It should come to about $1 billion a year. Not that big a deal. Now, if Orsted said it's $1 billion,
it's
what
more.
the hell is it really? Exactly. Exactly. There's nothing good about this. And you know what's even worse? It's not going to do everything or anything of what they say. It's not going to stop the environmental problems we have. It's not going to stop the carbon footprint. There are ways of going about this. And by the way, it's not going to really, in any significant way, and even Noah and Bohm have said there will be no significant change due to these on our carbon footprint. So what are we doing? We're just spoiling our environment. We're hurting our fishing industry. We're hurting our tourism industry. We're killing our wonderful whales and dolphins. Why? Because a lot of people are going to make a lot of money. That's why. Whenever you don't understand something, sure. Whenever you don't understand something, why you think it happened, always look for the buck. Always look to see, follow the money, man, smell the money, see where it goes, and you'll understand it. This is really, really wrong. And we are really on the right side of history. Yes, there are many good things we can do to help with climate change. And I've spoken to people about different approaches. One of the things that they've even spoken about, which they're doing now in Europe, because Europe already failed with this, clean nuclear, small nuclear, zero carbon footprint. Zero carbon footprint. By the way, what are we going to do with the blades? Anybody have? They're not recyclable. And what are we going to do in 15, 20 years when these things are no good? What are we going to do if we get a bad hurricane or a bad storm? Because they've never endured a storm like that. They don't get the kind of hurricanes in Europe that we get here. They haven't studied it enough. They haven't looked at it enough. They're going too big, too fast, and they're destroying our shore. This is for them. kids. So I really, truly am thankful for what you're doing because it's making a huge difference. We have to go out, we have to talk to people, we have to be relentless, we need rallies. What are we doing? So we had our first congressional hearing actually right here in South Jersey, as you know. It was full of information and really got things going. The freeholders have been great. Freeholders, God, am I dating myself? The commissioners have been great in that now they've done a very thorough, very strong resolution. We need that everywhere. I want to see the same thing from Ocean County and Savannah County and other areas. We're going to have more hearings. So I've spoken to leadership in what was a very intense conversation, to be honest with you, because initially in Congress they were a little bit hesitant about getting involved. We're going to be involved now. The Natural Resources Committee is taking this up. I'm working with the chairman. We've already gone to the regulatory agencies, asked for more explanations. We are going to have another hearing. This one is going to be into Washington. And we're going to bring people there who step by step are going to explain how dangerous this is and how wrong it is and how we cannot allow it to happen. So at every level, we're doing everything that we know how to do. And it's still going to be a tough fight. Can I guarantee we're going to win this thing? No. I think we got a real shot, though, much more than we ever did before.
Woo! Thank you.
We've got to delay them. We've got to stop them. We've got to twist them up. We've got to tell the truth about what they're doing. And my God, Ocean City. You know what? I'm glad, because I didn't want to forget this. Think about what our system is based on. So in Ocean City, they voted that they didn't want these underground cables. And they didn't want this all actually tied together in Ocean City. And so what do we do in New Jersey? And what does a powerful corporation do? They go to the politicians. I know I'm one of them, but they wouldn't go to me. They go to the politicians and they pass a bill in the State House that says Ocean City no longer has control of its own zoning.
Boom!
Of its own future. Steve Sweeney leading the charge before he got booted out of office, but leading the charge. And it essentially says, in plain English, when it comes to windmills, your zoning doesn't matter, and the company and the state can do whatever they want.
Boom!
I think that's unconstitutional. I think it's wrong, and I think it's immoral. So right now, Ocean City, I believe, and we have one of our councilmen here. You guys are in court, correct? And so Ocean City's doing its job. They're in court. They're fighting. It's real simple. We don't want it. It's not going to do any good. It's not going to fix the problem. It's going to hurt the environment. It's going to hurt business. It's going to hurt, by the way, I didn't even mention the birds. Have you seen the eviscerated eagles? Have you seen what they've done? Have you read, this is all scientific stuff, not made up, of what it's going to do to the ocean itself, and it's actually going to warm the ocean up because these things are going to be spinning all the time, and because of the energy that they're going to create, but not the energy, I mean, that goes to our power, the energy they're going to create right on the ocean. It's just bad stuff. Tell me something good. Fisheries. Just tell me anything good. And by the way, the National Fisheries just came out and said it's the wrong thing to do. And it was a bad thing.
Yeah. Woo!
So this is a race. It's a race to the finish. Who's going to be tougher? Who's going to be stronger? Who's going to fight harder? Is it going to be the money of Ørsted and the Land Shores and these other ones, located all outside the United States of America, controlling our energy, or is it going to be the American people? And is it going to be the Jersey Shore?
Woo! The people!